Hello everyone, this is Ambitious Painter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll be working on a memory drawing based on the theme newspaper seller or newspaper booth. I'll be guiding you step by step on how to approach this subject, how to compose your drawing, place your human figures, and arrange objects in a way that tells a story and makes your composition stronger. This video is especially helpful for those preparing for their elementary and intermediate grade drawing exams. I'll explain not just what to draw, but how to think while drawing from memory, how to create a scene and people, and bring it to life. Please note, this is the drawing video. The coloring part will be uploaded next, so make sure to watch both videos for the complete process. Now, this composition is divided into two main parts: the newspaper booth and the people gathered around it. Now you can place the booth either on the left or the right side of the paper, depending on your comfort. Since I'm right-handed, I prefer placing the main object, that is the newspaper booth, on the left side. This allows me to draw more freely. On the other hand, left-handed artists might feel more comfortable placing the booth on the right side. So in my drawing, the newspaper booth is on the left and human figures are on the right, all facing towards the booth. So this part is the box structure of the newspaper booth, and the upper portion that I have left open, this area is the window of the booth from where the seller hands out the newspapers. Now, while drawing this entire scene, one important thing to remember is perspective. You can't draw everything flat in 2D. That will make your drawing look unrealistic and lifeless. Instead, try to think in 3D. This is where two-point perspective becomes really useful. If you're not familiar with two-point perspective and would like a separate video on that, especially for memory drawing, just let me know in the comments and I'll make one for you. In this drawing, you can see how the newspaper booth is pointing towards two different vanishing points. That's how we build a box in 3D, to show depth and realism. This creates a proper visual space for the rest of the elements. Now that the booth is set, we'll begin placing our human figures. I'm going to roughly sketch them using 7-head model, which is a standard measurement for human proportions. In your exams, don't draw any human figure who is tall or short. Memory drawing is about showing standardized human figures. Also remember, the human figures shouldn't look stiff or lifeless. In real life, people move, they react, they shift weight, they gesture. Try to capture that motion. There should be a sense of life in every posture. Standing, reading, interacting with the seller, maybe even someone looking at their watch or holding a bag. Now, the newspaper seller will be inside the booth, and to balance the composition, we'll place more figures on the right side. Otherwise, the space will feel empty. We'll add some people in the foreground and a few in the middle ground to capture depth. Maybe one person can be seated. We'll decide as we go. This is just a rough sketch, so don't worry about perfection right now. Rough sketching is for placing ideas and everything can be adjusted later. We can also add supporting elements, maybe a tree, maybe a pile of newspapers nearby. But the key is we are building a scene, a movement, a believable world, step by step. As you can see, we created this whole thing freely. That's the beauty of the rough sketch. It gives us the flexibility to change things as we go. You can always adjust the positions, the gestures, or even the number of human figures based on what feels right for the scene. Now, Let's begin refining. We'll start with the head shapes, then gradually move on to the body details, clothing, and other small elements. I'll just draw this figure. So, this figure is moving to the right side of the scene. He's coming out of the newspaper booth. Now, if you already know how to draw a human figure, that's great. But if you're still unsure or want to learn the basics, make sure to watch this video right here, how to draw a human figure from memory. In that video, I have explained a simple and easy to follow method to draw human figures step by step. Trust me, once you understand that technique, you'll feel much more confident. I'm here to help you, so stick with me, follow along, and start practicing. Once you are done practicing from that figure tutorial, come back to this video and draw the full memory drawing with me. That way you'll really understand how everything fits together. Now watch the drawing carefully and follow along step by step. Take your time, observe the process, and try to understand why each element is placed the way it is. Let's draw together. I'll be giving you some important tips and instructions throughout the video, so please don't skip or fast forward. Watch the whole video carefully and listen to everything I explain. It will be really helpful for you to understand the process better and will help you to get good grades in your exams. You can honestly use any pencil you're comfortable with, but I personally recommend an HB or 2B pencil. They work really well for sketching like this. In this video, you'll notice I'm switching pencils a bit. That's because I'm actually running low on supplies at the moment. I'll be buying some fresh pencils, brushes, a palette, and colors very soon. Probably by tomorrow. So in the upcoming videos, I'll also show you all the materials I use in the detail. But for now, just grab whatever you have. HB or 2B is perfect, and let's keep drawing. This is the second level of detailing. So we have three levels. One is drawing the composition and getting to know the space, also visualizing it all together. The second step is to add figures, its motion, its position, and a little bit of details. The third is the clothes. If you have any other element to draw, you can add that, or the clothes of the human figures, or trees, buildings, and darkening it a little bit, and then getting ready for the color. Many students find memory drawing difficult, especially because it's hard to imagine and visualize human figures in motion. And that's completely normal. It takes practice. So start slowly. I'm not asking you to draw complex poses right away. Just try to observe and remember simple actions like how someone is standing, how a hand is placed, or how a leg is stepping forward. Don't overthink or go for extreme movements in the beginning. Focus on simple body structures and natural postures. With time and practice, your confidence will grow and you'll be able to draw more complex figures easily, one step at a time, and you'll get there. I say this to every student who finds it difficult to draw, especially when it comes to human figures or visualizing scenes for memory drawing. It takes time, and that's okay. You have to draw a lot to train your mind to visualize. Think of it like this: before you can draw something from memory, you need to store it in your mind first. And to store something, you need to see it, sketch it, and observe it deeply. Sketching is like writing. Just like we write notes to remember something, we draw to keep visuals in our memory. The more you sketch, the more your brain remembers, and the better your recall becomes when it's time to draw from imagination. So, if you're struggling with human figures, here's my advice: start drawing just one human figure every day. That's it. Focus on simple poses, basic movement. No need to make it complex. And here's a small hack for your exam preparation. There are about 7 to 8 common human figure poses that appear again and again in memory drawing topics. Practice those, master them, get so familiar with those poses that you can draw them with your eyes closed. Just kidding. Once you do that, you'll feel so much more confident during your exam. Trust me, it works. Adding human figures is important, but it's equally important to add objects that relate to the subject. Since this is a newspaper seller scene, the environment should reflect that. There should be lots of newspapers, magazines, maybe some books, and boxes filled with papers. The key is relatability. Your scene should feel believable. The newspaper booth should actually look like a real one. That means it shouldn't be too neat or empty. It should feel a little cluttered, maybe even a bit messy, just like a real street side newspaper stall. Now, if your subject was something neat and organized, like a classroom or an office, then yes, your objects and figures should appear tidy and clean. But here, messiness adds realism. So try to observe these small details and include them. They make a big difference in memory drawing. And also make sure to draw the complete structure of the newspaper booth, not just a plain box. Add some details even if they are a bit irregular or imperfect. The goal is to make it look real and believable. Include elements like shelves, stacks of newspapers, maybe a small signboard, a hanging calendar, or even a stool. Small things that show you are observing from real life and not just imagining in a basic way. This kind of detailing shows the jury or examiner that you have strong observation skills, good memory, and that you can visualize and build a scene in your mind. And trust me, that's a huge plus point in your exam. It will help you score better. In your memory drawing, the expression and the mood of the scene matter just as much as the structure and composition. For most common subjects like a marketplace, a bus stop, a classroom, or any everyday environment, your human figures should appear cheerful, calm, and positive. Your drawing should send a positive message to society. Avoid sad, angry, or stressful expressions unless the topic demands it. However, if the subject itself is serious or intense, like an accident, a flood, or fire rescue, then the mood of your drawing should reflect that. The figures should show urgency, movement, chaos, a sense of force and action, but still controlled and purposeful, not random or overly dramatic, but real and meaningful. So always remember the emotion of your figures, the energy of the scene, and the overall message should match the subject. That's what makes your memory drawing not just technically correct but emotionally powerful too. In your memory drawing, make sure to include figures in the foreground, midground, and background. This creates depth and makes your composition feel more alive and complete. There should be a sense of movement across the whole page, not just focused in one corner or limited to a single direction. Avoid placing all figures facing the same way or crowding them in one area. Instead, spread the activity out. Think of your drawing like a story happening across a space where different people are doing different things from various angles. Also, add interaction and conversation. Maybe someone is buying a newspaper, someone is reading, someone is talking, someone's walking away. This brings the drawing to life. Even the background should have small details or distant figures to suggest that the scene continues beyond what's at the center. So always ask yourself, is my page balanced? Are there figures across all three grounds, front, middle, and back? Does the drawing feel like a movement in real life? If yes, then you're truly building a powerful memory drawing. And now let's talk about the background, which is just as important as the foreground. To complete your composition, make sure to add trees, buildings, and other background elements behind the main scene. This will make your drawing feel fuller, more realistic, and visually balanced. And also remember, this is a basic video of memory drawing for especially the kids who are going to give elementary or intermediate exams, there are more complex ways and very creative ways to draw memory drawing and human figures. I'll be showing you a more complex video in the different subjects of memory drawings. So be ready for it too. But remember, this is a very basic video, and the human figures are also drawn in a very basic way. In the next video, I'll be diving into the coloring process, how to use color perspective, what shades to apply for foreground, midground, and background figures, and how to build the entire composition using watercolor techniques. So, get your materials ready. You'll need Camlin watercolors, brushes, palette, a mug of water, a rough cloth, and your drawing paper. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me about your first drawing experience. What's your favorite subject to draw? Share your stories. I read them all and reply. And if there's anything specific you would like to learn or see in a future video, just let me know. I'll make it happen for you as soon as I can. So until next time, keep practicing, keep creating, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.